Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification gang. God Squad. It's what it is, man. Look, Teofimo, Lomachenko II will happen. When? That is the question. But it will happen. Here's why. All the controversy, people saying that it was a draw, people saying Teofimo won, Lomachenko won. I mean, there's so much controversy, there's so much talk pertaining to this fight. It'll be a damn fool for it to not happen a second time. Lomachenko is not a trash talker at all. Throughout his whole career, we've watched him. Lomachenko is not a trash talker. Now, I just watched his interview about a couple days ago when he was in the Ukrainian interview, we was talking about the fight and his career and all that, right? And how you feel that, I guess Bob paid off the judge. Let me tell you something. Loma, you gave up 7 rounds. You cannot win a 12-round fight when you lose 7 rounds. Rather, if you didn't throw punches for 7 rounds or you just got beat for 7 rounds. Regardless, you can't win a 12-round fight when you've given up 7 of the 12 rounds. That's more than half. So you done already gave up more than half of the fight. You already gave Teofimo 7 rounds by inactivity. Okay? So I give you 2 or 3 rounds. I give you that. But you sitting there bitching, and you even said you watched the fight 5 times. You watched the fight 5 times. And you still think it could have been a draw or you could have won the fight. After you watched that shit 5 times. That a bitch? Loma, you lost. And from what I'm seeing, you can't take a L. But based on the way you going about this right now, you doing everything in your power to make sure you get a second fight with Teofimo. And Teofimo is, in his own way, still subliminally talking his little shit about you, which is also giving me some indication that it's going to be a second fight. And depending on how the second fight go, we may even see a trilogy. But I know for a fact we going to get a second fight. It's too many question marks in the air. Lomachenko still want that smoke. So if Lomachenko is still inching for that fight and still trying to do everything in his power verbally to make that fight happen, because he said in the interview, this is not me, this is not who I am, but I want that fight, so I gotta trash talk him. I gotta build the fight up. I gotta build it up so people will want to see it more. People do want to see it. Don't get it twisted, Loma. People want to see you fight Teofimo a second time. You just gotta get the time, gotta be right. Y'all know how y'all do. The time got to be right. The money got to be right. Everything got to be right in your favor for the shit to happen. That's how boxing is nowadays. But Lomachenko, Teofimo II will happen. It will happen. Now, what I will say is, Loma, I don't know where you saw you won the fight. I still got to go talk to Ring IQ because he said the shit was a draw. I'm still appalled by that. We're going to talk, Jules. We're going to talk. But, I don't see where you saw you won. You were literally throwing 1 or 2 punches around for 7 rounds. Teofimo's punch output was more than you. So due to his activity, regardless of landing punches versus not landing punches, he was still the more active fighter. You don't win fights by throwing 1 little ticky-tack punch here. You don't win fights like that. You win fights by throwing punches. You win fights by being the aggressor. That's how you win fights. You don't win fights by fainting. I'm trying to find my way in. I'm fainting. You don't win fights like that. Fainting don't win you fights. The only time one person to fight was Tyson Fury. That's the only person I've ever seen throughout boxing history to win a fight just from fainting. Jesus Christ. So there's no way, Loma, unless you Tyson Fury, you gonna win the fight from fainting. It's not gonna happen. Your star status ain't to that level, bro. You famous, you got status. Don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to get you fucked up, bro. Because you are an elite fighter. You are top caliber. You are that. You are pound for pound. I don't take nothing away from that, Loma, at all. Everybody else that's on YouTube want to shit on you and all that, I ain't that. I give you props until you fight Teofimo. Until that Teofimo fight. Teofimo had you gun shy, all the shit, for 7 rounds. So now with the build-up being what it is, you got Teofimo on the zone speaking on Lomachenko. You got Lomachenko doing an interview. These two are intertwined forever. You will not be able to say Teofimo without Lomachenko. You will not be able to say Lomachenko without Teofimo. So we will see a second fight. And depending on the electricity and the fireworks of that second fight, trust and believe, it will be a third fight. It will be a third fight. I got a feeling we may see a third fight, but I'm not going to reach that far. I'm just wishful thinking. But I do know, based on all the steam, based on all the drama, all the bullshit that's going on right now in the sport that we know and we love as boxing, we will see a Lomachenko Teofimo 2. And I can't wait. And Loma, please, throw more than 1 or 2 punches around for the first 7 rounds. You might get the W this time. You might get it this time. You even might get the draw that you so much want so goddamn bad. But for real, you can't say that Bob Arum paid the judges off, because the judges didn't tell you to throw away 7 rounds. Because that's what the judges saw. You not do shit for 7 rounds. And if you saw anything other than that, you are fucking delusional, Loma. But I want to see that second fight. And I know it's going to happen. I just don't know when. And I can't wait to see it. I know y'all can't wait to see it. But Loma, if you don't go into that second fight throwing more volume, because from what I saw, you didn't know what to do with Teofimo until Teofimo slowed down. So what I also see is you can't deal with fighters that can match you skill-wise. It's different when you fight somebody who's way below you, but when somebody's coming in there, skill for skill, will for will, heart for heart, they give you problems. See, a lot of you fighters are big and bad when y'all fighting these dudes that y'all running through. But who are you really when you get in there with somebody who is a mirror to yourself? And what you got in there with, Loma, was somebody who was a mirror to yourself versus what you've been used to. And since you've been in there, you can't handle it. What kind of man are you really? It's easy to talk like you king of the fucking mountain when you king of the fucking mountain. But what's going to happen when somebody climbed up that bitch just like you? Maybe even took them longer, but they still climbed that bitch just like you. They didn't get a boost like you did. But they still climb that bitch, and you still climbed it, even though you got a little boost here or there, but yet, nonetheless, you still climbed it. But when somebody else climbed it, and they do it the hard way, and they get up there and they foot your little ass off the top of that mountain, and now they sitting on Capitol fucking Hill, now you looking up at them, and it's like, oh, now you mad. No. Humble yourself. Find that hunger that you had prior to you climbing that hill, climbing that mountain, and find that hunger, get it together, and get your ass right back on that fucking horse, and you climb up that goddamn mountain, and you get up on the top of that bitch, and you kick his ass off just like you was kicked off. That's how you step up. That's how you come back. But a lot of you fighters, Deontay Wilder, among a few others, y'all not trying to do that. Y'all want to bitch and complain about Bob Arum, about the judges. At the end of the day, the judges ain't in the ring. At the end of the day, you are fighters. Y'all shouldn't even be leaving it in the judges' hands. At the end of the day, it is up to you to win that fight. You are in the ring, not the judges, not Bob Arum, not Al Heyman, not Eddie Hearn, none of that. It is you. So, at the end of the day, Loma, you didn't perform. You didn't step up to the occasion. And based on that, you can't get mad at the judges for calling it what they saw. And I'm sure there are a lot of fans that feel you won the fight, and that's cool, that's great, good for them. But you lost. At the end of the day, you lost. And right now, you are promoting the second fight. That's all you're talking about. Teofimo. And I bet you if you'd have beat Teofimo, you wouldn't want to give Teofimo no rematch. If you would have beat Teofimo Loma, you wouldn't be giving Teofimo no rematch. Even if it was the same type of fight, except it went your way, you ain't giving Teofimo no rematch. That's why I lost a lot of respect for you, because if the roles were reversed, you wouldn't have that same energy. You wouldn't be sitting there if Teofimo was like, man, I won that fight, da-da-da-da. You would just be sitting there like, on to the next. You wouldn't care. Teofimo would be an afterthought for you. That's why I lost a lot of respect for you, and you lost a lot of brownie points with me, because you don't got that same energy when it's you on the other side of that coin. So in a sense, you got what you deserve. Eat that humble pie, eat that crow, take that, feel that. And when you get that second fight, I better see a better performance from you, because I want to see you do good. Even though I picked Teofimo to beat you, and I will pick him to beat you a second time. But I do want to see you come back, and I do want to see you contend for your belt again. And I can't wait to see it. The fans can't wait to see it, bro. But this shit you doing right now, bitch shit. And you a sore loser right now. Chin up, pick your nuts up, get back in the gym. Get healthy, because it's obvious you got health problems. Get healthy, get back to work. So that's all there is to it. Let's see it. Teofimo Loma, number 2.